As darkness descends upon the rolling hills of Tuscany, a blanket of fog rolls in, shrouding the ancient landscape in an ethereal mist. Whispers of long-forgotten tragedies seem to dance upon the wind, carrying with them the chilling tales of Italy's haunted past. In the heart of this ancient land, where history and legend intertwine, we embark on a journey into the shadows, seeking out the restless spirits that are said to roam these very streets. From the winding canals of Venice, the cobblestone alleys of Florence, the stories we're about to uncover are not for the faint of heart. These are the tales whispered from generation to generation, passed down through centuries of Italian history. Stories rooted in documented events, local lore, and the chilling experiences of those who claim to have come face to face with the supernatural. Prepare yourself as we delve into the haunting shadows of Italy's most chilling ghost stories. Venice, a city built on water, its shimmering canals reflecting the grandeur of its palaces and the weight of its history, is no stranger to ghostly tales. Among the legends woven into the fabric of this floating city, the story of Fosco Loredan, a name whispered with a mixture of disgust and terror, stands out as particularly chilling.
Imagine yourself gliding along the Grand Canal as the setting sun paints the sky in hues of gold and crimson. Gondolas glide silently through the water, their gondoliers singing haunting melodies that echo off the ancient walls. But beneath the beauty and romance, a darkness lingers. The tragic tale of Fosco Loredan, a man whose jealousy and heinous acts condemned him to wander the canals for eternity.
Fosco Loredan, a nobleman in Venetian society during the 16th century, was married to the Doge of Venice's niece, Elena Grimani. Loredan, an incredibly jealous man who often accused his wife, Elena, of betraying him. She always denied ever being unfaithful. One evening, Fosco searched for Elena and found her in an embrace with a man. Fosco, blinded by jealousy and filled with rage, brandished his sword and chased Elena to near the Campiello del Reme. There, Elena pleaded that man was her cousin. Her uncle, the Doge, and his guards arrived to protect her. Despite the Doge, guards, and crowd, Fosco decapitated his wife to the horror of those present.
Fosco Loredan, per the norm of the times, argued that he believed he had the right to punish his cheating wife. He begged the Doge Marino Grimani for forgiveness. Doge Grimani refused to pardon Fosco Loredan for killing his niece. The Doge forced Loredan to carry his wife's headless body on his back to Rome to ask Pope Clement VIII's forgiveness. Upon his arrival, the Pope refused to give him an audience and sent him away without forgiveness.
Fosco evaded getting arrested by the guards and returned to Venice with his wife's corpse, at the scene of the heinous crime. Fosco, haunted and filled with remorse, committed suicide by throwing himself into the square's Grand Canal. Perhaps Fosco thought that his tormented existence would come to an end under the waters of the cold canal. But on full moon nights, when the north wind blows, Loredan's ghost emerges from the canal. In his hands he clutches Elena's head. Now it is said that Fosco Loredan's ghost is still not at rest, and he roams the canals of Venice. The head of his late wife close at hand as a forever reminder of that heinous act he committed by unbridled jealousy. Nestled amidst the rolling hills of Vicenza, seemingly frozen in time, stands Villa Valmarana ai Nani, a grand estate with a tragic past. Its elegant facade, adorned with vibrant frescoes, hides a darkness within, a story whispered in hushed tones and shrouded in local legend. The tale of the princess and the dwarves of Villa Valmarana. Picture this. The sun casts long shadows across the villa's manicured gardens. A noble family lives in opulent splendor, their days filled with lavish parties and extravagant balls. But within the villa's walls, hidden from the prying eyes of society, a different story unfolds. A story of isolation, despair that would echo through generations. Legend has it that the villa's owner's daughter, Princess Leana, was born with dwarfism, in an order for their daughter not to feel self-conscious about her dwarfism. Her parents kept their daughter, Princess Leana, along with a small court of individuals with dwarfism who were employed as servants and custodians, hidden in the beautiful, sprawling villa. Isolated from the outside world and surrounded by dwarves, Princess Leanna was shielded about her condition. News about the unseen princess hidden in the villa spread in the village. A prince, upon hearing about Princess Leanna, visited the villa to see what was said was true. Princess Leanna. Upon seeing the prince, understood her dwarfism. She was overwhelmed and distressed. She committed suicide by jumping off the tower of the villa. At the very second that Princess Leanna committed suicide, her loyal dwarf servants all transformed into stone. The 17 faithful dwarves can still be found on the villa walls. The story of the dwarves of Villa Valmarana Ainane serves as a stark reminder of the human capacity for both cruelty and compassion. In the heart of Florence, amidst the grandeur of Renaissance architecture and the echoes of artistic brilliance, stands the imposing Palazzo Budini Gattai. Its exposed red brick edifice whispers tales of centuries past. On the top floor, right corner of the Piano Nobile, near to the Grifoni coat of arms, is a window that has not been closed for 500 years. It is in the 16th century when the legend begins. One of Ugolino Grifoni's scions was called off to an unavoidable war to protect Florence. His new young bride sat by their window and waved goodbye to her groom as he made his way down the piazza on his horse. From the day of his departure, his young bride sat at that window every day, awaiting his return from the war. For several weeks, the bride sat at the window grieving the departure of her young love and waiting for his return. One day, word arrived that the young groom died in battle. The young bride did not believe her husband perished. She remained at the window waiting his arrival. As time sailed, sitting at the open window, the bride read, sewed, drew, and looked longingly at the piazza, where she last saw her groom and hoped to see him again. Time did not serve as a good counsel as years passed, and she grew older, but she was still seen at the open window, waiting for her love to return. The woman died in the 17th century. The Grifoni staff put her books, belongs away, and organised the room. A family member walked to the open window where the bride spent her life at waiting for her groom. The minute the family member closed the window, objects flew across the room, paintings fell off the walls, books flew off the shelves, and furniture shook and scraped the floor. A relative ran to the window, and as soon as the relative opened the window, the bizarre whirlwind stopped. It is said that the ghost bride still sits at the perpetual open window waiting for her groom to return. In the heart of Rome, nestled amongst ancient ruins and bustling with the energy of a modern metropolis, lies a relic of the past. The Bocca della Verità, the mouth of truth. This ancient marble mask, its weathered features frozen in a perpetual grimace, has captivated imaginations for centuries. But it's the chilling legend attached to it, a tale of divine judgment and the consequences of dishonesty that draws the crowds. Legend has it that if you place your hand inside the mouth and swear an oath, the ancient deity will determine the truth. Speak the truth, and your hand will emerge unscathed. But utter a lie, and the mouth will snap shut, severing your hand in a display of divine retribution. Whether you believe in its powers or simply appreciate a good tale, the mouth of truth holds a special place in our imagination. These stories offer a glimpse into the darker side of Italy's rich history and folklore. These tales passed down through generations are more than just spooky stories. They're a reflection of the hopes, fears and beliefs that have shaped Italian culture for centuries. As we've journeyed through these chilling accounts, we've encountered themes of love, betrayal, justice, and the enduring power of the human spirit, both in life and in death. Each story has left an indelible mark on the locations where they unfolded, transforming these places into eerie reminders of the past. Are these spirits still wandering Italy's streets, their presence felt in the shadows and whispers of the wind? The answer, perhaps, lies in the heart of every visitor who dares to listen to these chilling tales and to feel the echoes of the past in the present moment. If you enjoyed this journey through Italy's ghostly legends, please like, subscribe and comment. Thank you very much.